Good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Come on in, Focus family. What's going down? What is going down? Come on in. Table is spread. Oh, yeah. Feast of the Lord is going on. I've been waiting for you. Where are you? Come on in, family. We've got some things today. I'm coming at your space. Let's see. The angle's the other way, I think. I'm coming at your space. Yeah, there we go. A little bit. Then I'll move my angle. There we go. Okay. Come on. Nope. Okay. All right. Come on. I'm coming at your space tonight. Are y'all ready for me to come at your space? I am someone who guards the gates of my mind. I think I've seen at least 4 super stickers before the broadcast even started from Elitza Waters. She must have been reading it, and every time there was a revelation statement for her, she sowed. She sowed and sowed and sowed before we even started tonight. That's what I'm talking about. And let me see who came in behind her, because I was looking at all of this. Hi, Keisha Davis. She said, hey, Focus family. There's Lisa at 548. Lisa at 550. Lisa at 551. Lisa at 556. Are you crazy? And then Constance Harmon, been a member for 14 months, says she's focusing. Manuel said, let's go higher. I'm glad to hear you're ready for that. Kamisha came in behind Elisa with her $4.99 sticker. Come on, sister. Yes. And then the Constant Harmon came in behind her with a super sticker. Y'all doing it. Kareem Bowling already. Thank you. She is focused, Leah Shaw. That's a good way to think of it. And that's a good way to sew. I'm going to sew on that. I'm going to sew on that. Well, I got mine in. I got mine. Can you focus? Can you focus? And I love it. And I got the extra large, and it's really an extra large. Look how loose. And this is an extra large. So if you wanted a little more form fitting, get a large if you're normally someone that likes extra large. Otherwise, just be ready for that comfortable look. You know, the tags are good on the inside, the name. So I don't expect it to do too much shrinking or not. But I like the big loose. I get in and out the car easier and do things like that. So welcome. Come on in, family. We're up to 60. Good to see you all coming in. Good evening, Donna Griffith. I see you. All right. I see you. Beverly Baker. Good evening, Pastor Baker. Shirlene. Welcome, Shirlene. I see you in here. Robbie Williams, just shouting out a few names that I don't think I've seen before or shouting you out. Carol Israel, it was really nice seeing you the other day. She was so shocked. I bought her book personally, and she couldn't believe it. She's like, she's coming herself? She was so excited. It was it was a pleasure to not just serve you by bringing you the book, but also it was a pleasure in the honor and just the I guess I would just stick with honor, the honor and joy that you had in just seeing that I brought it to you personally. God bless you for that, woman of God. Patricia Wilson, hello. Hello, good evening, Lorena. Hello to you. LaShawn, I've been seeing you in here nightly. I've been watching for your name. Sharon W., I know who you are. Good evening, Latoya. Nubian, good evening. Cola Daniel Woodard, hello. I see you. Denaya, I see you. Rosalind, Larry Blackstone, good evening. You've been sticking with us. I'm so proud of you. This is great. Crystal, good to see you. Good to see everyone in here tonight. Did you say hello to everyone? I see a lot of people do come in and say, welcome, Focus family. That brings me great pleasure because we want to be a community. We are a movement for mental health. So it's so good. Thank you, Dolores Davis. I see you coming in too. We are a movement for mental health. And I thank you for everyone you share, everyone that you invite, those that you're having conversations about this. I'm very, very happy for you. Thank you, Nubian. She's already serving her super sticker. Yes, Tasha Ross, you are winning night 16. Thank you also for giving. You guys are coming in strong tonight. Thank you. So good to see you. So good to see you. Your environment should support your success, not sabotage it. Your environment, y'all gonna have to get out of here because y'all got too much drama going on over there. Your environment should support your success, not sabotage it. Come on in. Come on. We're only at 67. What are we outside shoveling our yards? Did y'all get a lot of snow? We got a lot of snow. Y'all probably don't even want to hear it. You probably like, of course you did. We got a lot of snow. And my snow plow man just left. And he said to me, your driveway has been the worst so far. He said, your ice has already settled and it's hard. He said, I spun off twice. So I'm like, yeah, thanks a lot. We have ice on top of the snow. And if that's not enough, we're getting more snow tomorrow. Did y'all know that? Or y'all don't want to hear about this type of stuff, New England? Thank you again, Kareem, for your super sticker. Thank you. Yeah, we got a lot of snow. Barely any in Brooklyn. Nice for you, Camille. We're hit. I don't want to underestimate it, but We're definitely about 4 inches, if not a little bit more. And then sleet, I should say, came down on the snow. And then we're getting more tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, nice. Ice. Oh, she says, oh, no, ice. Okay. Yeah, this winter is amazing, right? I just started laughing when I took the dogs out a little while ago. I'm like, this is crazy. This winter is crazy. My God. The Arctic cold, the crazy wind, the snowstorms coming in. All right, Gwen Molden. She's bragging, y'all, because she just moved to some place that handles her snow for her now. You just be quiet. I'll come up there and throw a snowball at your window. And you know I would too. Good evening, Renee Walton. Did you get your book? I think it was yours, right? That I mailed out as well personally. Sorry, it was handwritten. I had a nice typed label. I was trying to get it out while I was sick and get it done. Elder Connie, good evening. Awesome. Good to see you. Good evening, everyone. Well, welcome. I heard they already announced it's night 16, Soul Detox 2026, our 10th season, where our focused theme is Own Your Focus. Welcome, as I am your host, Apostle Dr. Suzanne M. Howard. And it is my pleasure to come in here each night and to help us remove the scales from our eyes and the layers around our thinking and our minds, make us become more self-aware, help us to become more self-aware of some of our habits and why we do some of the things we do, and that there are other choices. You can choose differently. You can choose better. You do not have to continue doing things the same way and then saying to yourself, this is just how it's always going to be. That devil is a liar, and you found out that your mind has been a liar. Your mind's intent was not to hurt you or to harm you or to delay you or to deny you. It was simply there to help protect you so that you could survive. And now that it has been doing its job to such a degree that it has begun to sabotage the success or the quality level of life that you'd actually want to live. So where you are now at in your stage of life is here. You are at the stage now where you understand how important it is to command your mind. Command your mind, command your thoughts, take authority, how important it is. Otherwise, we're going to continually be led by our thoughts and our feelings, and then they become reality because they manifest in our behaviors. I have an amazing testimony that I have to read tonight. It is so encouraging, such a blessing. I didn't even expect it from this wonderful woman, and she sent it in, and I was just blown away. Powerful, powerful. Here she goes. Good afternoon. Today, I didn't want to get up from bed. My anxiety was driving me. Migraines, and I was shaking so bad. But I started telling my mind, woo, I hear victory, that we are safe, and that everything I'm going through with the pain of the issue in my family, I'm leaving that part out because I don't want to mention her business, is facing right now. I praised God that I started taking control, and then I was better the rest of the day. Thank you so much for the time that you are taking for Soul Detox. I am learning to tell my mind that I am the leader and it has to do what I said. Thank you. God bless you. Amen. And glory to God. Come on. That is victory. Wow. She tested it, she tried it, and got the victory. This is it, y'all. This is the key. You have been given a key to a better quality of life. Take this key. Don't let anyone stop you. Don't let anyone hinder you. Don't even let the voices inside you that may want to return back on February 1st, that they are a liar. Turn to your resources. Write some of these nights down in your calendar, in your planner after each one, and what was very important to you. So if you ever start feeling like that, you're like, oh, I got to go back and watch night 2. Let me listen to it on the way to work. Oh, I got to listen to this because I need to be encouraged. I need a revival in my spirit. I want to go back to the night where the Lord just used the apostle to encourage us. I want to go back when it was revival night or healing night. Write those down so that you know exactly what night you would want to go to pertaining to what it is that you may be dealing with the rest of 2026 and even beyond that. I'm just honored. Thank you for being vulnerable enough to even send that to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then she did say at the end, oh, and yes, sign me up for some therapy. Woo! Hallelujah. She's got the victory. Hallelujah. That's what we used to do in church when I was coming up, in my 20s. I ain't have church as a child. But when somebody gave a testimony, we used to sing. We used to chant. We used to be so happy and love on them. You got the victory. Hallelujah. She beat that today. And I'm so proud of you. God bless you. I see that you're on here tonight. So I'm glad to see you even back tonight. Yes, you do. Man, well, you have the key. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. A lot of folks are getting their orders, and I'm hearing that their orders are good, that the material is very good. Some of the items they were saying is fitted, so it didn't bother them. And Brittany said that she got her loungewear in what was that green? Do you remember? Was it an alpine green? She got the sweatpants, and she got the picture. You better come on, girl. You got the other one too? Okay, good. That's the top. We all got ours on. Hey, I hear we're going to have a celebration at the last night, y'all. We may meet up in the church and have the last night live. And we're asking everybody to wear what's called your paraphernalia, whatever shirt or a hat or t-shirt that you buy, wear it on the last night of So Detox. Right now, the location is going to be at the Apostles' house, but we'll let you know if that changes. But be prepared to wear whatever gear you have from this season of So Detox. Look at the loungewear. Look at the slacks. She is rocking it. I ordered those too, and I ordered them in something chocolate, they're called. They're not black and they're not brown, but I love it. Love it. Thank you so much, Brittany, for showing that. And Lydia Ford, you have hers? Oh my God. Brown is my favorite color. So when I saw her sweatshirt, Own Your Focus in brown, I got jealous. I'm like, I wish that I had ordered the brown first, but I will go back. I have a red one coming. Do y'all know about red? I love red. Red is the second favorite color of mine. And I have a red one coming and I cannot wait. And I got a couple of them for people who help me out in the ministry. So theirs is showing up as well. And save it, send it. There we go. And we will be able to see all the different flavors that they come in, and they're hot. I'm going to have one night where I do a percentage off night. I'm trying to look at that, y'all. Look at that brown. If you like brown, look at that brown. Love it. Where we have a percentage off. I don't know if it's going to be tonight. I've got to see if I can set it up. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Then it won't have to be last minute. Check your email. Ebony will send an email. If there's a code that you need to put in when you order it, we'll have that code in there. And the code, I think it says promo code on our checkout. I think it says applied code or promo code, and you will enter the code there and you get a discount off. It's not every day. It's going to be just for tomorrow. And then maybe one day next week, I'll try and do that again, just so that everybody can get involved and get their gear. We got to get our focus gear. I am so excited. I'm so excited for 2026 now. Are you all excited for 2026? To me, this just makes it all the better. Just like I'm ready now. I am ready. Let's go. I know stuff is going to come. I know the enemy's going to raise the waters against me, but I know that God will raise a standard. And I know one of the standard that he's raising is focused. Stay focused, Suzanne. When he asked Peter to walk on those waters, Peter had to stay focused. He could not allow his attention to be taken in by the sound of the sea or the movement of the current. He had to stay focused on his Savior. And as he stayed focused, he was able to stay on that water and walk to the Lord. Soon as he loses focus, that's over. Keep your focus. Come on, somebody say, focus first. Seek ye first. Focused first. We're going to win. We are going to win. I know another testimony came in an email, and I'll be sure to read yours fully so that I can make sure that I read it loud to the audience clearly. I don't want to, open up your email and it has something in there that's personal to me and not for the public. So I want to protect you in that place. So let's get going. Chapter 12, progress night, which y'all have Peyton midterms and then finals. We're on midterms tonight. Come on. This is our midterms. How are we doing in our midterm? We're midway there. How are you doing? Because tonight we're going to deal with the anti-distraction environment. The anti-distraction environment. We're going to build spaces where focus thrives. We're building spaces. Good, Ebony. Thank you. Where focus thrives. Why? Because your environment should support your success, not sabotage it. When you walk in your home, when you pull up in that driveway, that's your environment. And it should say, I'm successful. It shouldn't make you feel you're leaving one job and coming to another. It shouldn't make you feel as though I'm leaving one place where I felt defeated and I'm coming home to more defeat. Your environment should support your success. So we've been working hard. If you've been working hard, put your hand emoji in. If you don't know how to do that, say, I have in the chat. We've been working hard to get rid of it. Some people didn't really have clutter, but they had things that they knew they needed to part with. They needed to shred some things. There were some books that they didn't need. I'm a book head, so I feel like I need every book at my mercy. I sat down on the floor, y'all. I went through all my books and I made piles of which ones I don't need at my hand. I probably had 5 and probably 200 I felt needed to be right there. Because you know what happens, right? It's like with clothes. When you start reading the book, you're like, oh, this is good. I want to read it. Then you read the next one. Oh, this is good. This is why I bought this book 5 years ago. I need to leave this upstairs. Oh my God, I forgot how good this chapter was right here. I'm going to leave this because I'm going to read this one too. That was a hard job. That was as bad as, ooh, I love those pants. I'm going to lose that weight. Yeah. Oh, these pants right here. I can't give these away. I haven't even worn them yet. The tag is still on them. Yeah. So cluttering sometimes, or decluttering sometimes, more specifically, is in waves. It's in waves. Sometimes you got to go through it in waves. You got to say, okay, this is what I can get rid of. I told Ebony just the other day, I said, I have one last pile that I just folded up and put in a bag that I'm blessing someone with, another full bag to the top with price tags on all of them, and then a shopping bag full of pocketbooks. And I said, and I'm done. And I said, well, my spirit just told me that wasn't true, because there's a pile in the laundry room that I'm hiding. Because I really, really, really like those pants. I really, really like them. There's one pair is like brown with a black stripe down the side of the seam, and another pair are like white and they're loose fitted pants. And I'm like, oh my God, I really, really, really want to save these pants right here. So I put them in the laundry room so my room looks like it's all done. And then I thought about it and I said, you know what? I got to get rid of it. What am I going to do? I got to get rid of it. I can't keep the mindset. Do you hear what I just said? I can't keep the mindset to hold on to anything. I've got to release it and let it go. So I'm going to go ahead and be honest with myself tonight, pack up that last bit and ship it off as well. And I feel freer, but come on, help us to get free. So I am building an environment that supports my success, not one that sabotages it. On the one day. So let's go to our book. as I said, chapter 12, the anti-distraction. Yeah, it is 12. Environment, page 123. Page 123. Many people have a focused heart and a disciplined mind, but a chaotic environment. And if you have that, if you have a focused heart and a disciplined mind, but your environment is chaotic, you're probably still feeling the effects of the environment. And you're not understanding why. I'm focused in my heart. I'm disciplined in my behavior. I'm doing this when I come in my office. I'm taking my 90-second breathers. I'm commanding my mind. Why do I still feel compromised? Well, this chapter is going to talk about that with us. Many of us will have a focused heart and a disciplined mind, but we refuse to detox the clutter. We refuse to do the digital detox. So we did half the work and wondering why we're not feeling the wholeness of the program, because our environment is still chaotic. So our focus will always be compromised. We cannot do half the work and expect to receive the fullness of the program. It's not how it works, because distraction is not just internal. It is architectural. Where you think affects how you think. Lily Shaw said she's about to cry about some of the stuff she's got to give away. Yeah, me too. But I bet you some more comes to you better and more of this season, because we're going to talk about in a minute how a lot of stuff that we're holding on to is the old us. And it might have been the thinner you or the younger you or the tighter skin you. It might have been all that, but it ain't you anymore. It's the old season you. Stop trying to rework and relive the old season you. Come on, I'm preaching to myself today. Loose that thing and let it go. Chaos in your space creates the chaos in your mind. Clutter on your desk creates clutter in your decisions. Noise in your environment creates noise in your emotions. That's loud, right? Let me read that again. Let me slow down and read that again. Chaos in your space creates chaos in your brain. Anybody agree with that? I can agree. That's why I said I come in here to work in my office, talk to my clients. When I look at my desk, I'm like, and my desk is a representation of what I started and didn't finish. So I go in my dining room where it's always pretty, it's always nice, and I sit there and do my work. And one day I'm going to get to this pile of paper. Ugh, paper and clothes. That has been January 2026 for me, paper and clothes. Chaos in your space creates chaos in your mind. Clutter on your desk creates clutter in your decisions. Thank you, Renee. Noise in your environment creates noise in your emotions. Same with you, KB. Yep. Yes, Vanessa Gordon. That's what does it, right? Most people are trying to change their habits while living in a space that reinforces their old identity. Come on, we stepped in heavy tonight. Manny said he wants to go deeper. Well, we just went deeper. Here we are. Most people are trying to change their habits while living in a space that reinforces their old identity. You cannot become a new version of yourself in the same environment that built the old you. We still on the first page, aren't we? This is insane. This is insane. We're still on the first page. How did we get there? How did we get there? Your environment is a silent trainer. That's another powerful statement. Your environment is a silent trainer. Did you ever realize that? I didn't. Our environment trains us every day. What is your environment training you? Well, let's talk about that. Your environment is either pulling you forward or pulling you backwards, reminding you of who you're becoming or reminding you of who you were. It can either encourage completion or to encourage avoidance. That's what the environment does. Everything around you is either a distraction or a direction. Think that needs to be another little plaque. Everything around you is either a distraction or a direction. There is no neural space in a transformative season. There I go with my neurals, right? There is no neutral space in a transformative season. Let's talk about the science of space and focus. We kind of already leaned into that. Research shows that visual clutter increases anxiety. And I know there's a lot of people that are going to say, actually, my space, my clutter, having all my things out in the open actually make me feel better. I dare you to try the opposite and then ask yourself that question again. You've just gotten used to having all of that stuff around you because you believe it brought you comfort. But in the long run, it does not. Visual clutter actually has increased your anxiety. Too many objects are competing for neural attention. This is good. Mess triggers a sense of unfinished business. Noise raises the cortisol stress response. Even a phone in the same room reduces attention and memory capacity. A phone that you're not on, that you're not looking at, you're at the dining room table and you're trying to have that no phone time with your family or wherever you guys eat dinner at. So everybody put their phone down. Everybody turn their phones upside down because we think that if you're not able to see the screen, then you're not going to be connecting to it. And science has found out that is not true at all. You have to remove it from its environment. Even a phone in the same room reduces attention and memory capacity, even when turned face down and silent. Why? Because your brain can't fully focus if it must constantly filter the room. It knows it's there, so it's going to be constantly trying to filter the room. Constantly trying to filter the room. There's a spiritual side to this as well. Environment influences obedience. Many people aren't rebellious. They're surrounded by resistance. This is such a preach right here. Woo, we got to us preachers got to turn everything into a preach, right? This is such a preach right here. I want you to think of this with not just your environment as far as things around your house, what you read, what you watch, what you listen to. I want you to think of it as even the company you keep. I'm going to read it again. Environment influences obedience. Many people aren't rebellious. They're surrounded by resistance. God can send instruction, but your space must allow execution. The enemy doesn't always bring distraction to your mind. Sometimes he just puts it on your table. Sometimes he just puts it on your table. Yes, a kingdom builder needs a kingdom environment. We're all about the kingdom, right? We've got all these kingdom quotes and kingdom themes and kingdom names and kingdom services, and we're kings and we're queens. But a kingdom builder needs a kingdom environment. So let's talk about the 3 environments of this year's focus. Let's talk about those 3 environments. And these are the ones that we should intentionally shape and work on throughout the remainder of this year. Number 1, if you're on the chapter with us, we're going to talk from page, where we at, Ebony? 124. And it's at the bottom of 124. The first one is your physical environment. Your physical environment, what you see. Your physical environment is what you see. Does this space reflect my future or my past? Make your workspace a command center for purpose. A command center for purpose. When I think of a command center, I think of like Star Trek, and they're all sitting at the front of the ship, and they've got all of the buttons and components and gadgets and things that they need at the front of the ship. Now, that's not everything that runs it, but these are the things that they need quick access to so that they can command the things that are most urgent to commanding the ship and where it needs to go. Let me read it again with that thought in your mind. Does this space reflect my future or my past? Your workspace is a command center, and it should be one for purpose. Where are you going? Does it command where you're going? Everything visible should serve clarity. And that's why decluttering the books was so hard for me. Some books I bought twice. Anybody else guilty? You bought the book twice? And I'm not talking about a Kindle and a hard copy, because I do that naturally. But you buy 2 hard copies or 2 paperbacks of the same book. That's how much I've grown to love reading, and reading to me is experience in life without having to live it yourself. When you get to read someone else's story, when you get to learn from someone else's wisdom, someone else's experiences, you get to be trained by someone else's intellect. It's important. You should really try to get into it. Even if you start with small reads and small books, magazine articles, it allows you the opportunity to experience life without actually having to go through what the person did. That's your command center. And your command center is all about your purpose. Everything visible should serve clarity. The light is important. The order is important. The simplicity, only what supports the assignment. Keep your focus on. Your mind should exhale when you enter. Does anyone have that? She said, Janae says, 2 and 3 copies of the same. Your mind should exhale when you enter. This is my space, especially if you pray in that space. Number 2, digital environment. What you consume. Your phone is a portal. Your phone is a portal. And it's also a portal for distractions. You need notification boundaries, scheduled app access, home screen simplification. Danielle, how's that home screen? Did you resort back yet? Did you go back to the default? Or are you leading your mind? I'd really, really honestly love to know. Social media fasting, defined digital exit times. The goal is not less technology. We really need to keep up with technology. If we're going to stay alive in this world, you really should. Saying I don't like technology and all of this, if you're alive in this world, you better. So the goal is not less technology. The goal is controlled technology. So we went from the environment of our physical place, our digital place, and now our relational place. Who you allow in. Thank you, Manuel Davis, for sewing. Thank you. Who you allow in is your relational environment. Access determines atmosphere. I don't know. I feel like I can just go home and close the book on that statement. Access determines atmosphere. Some relationships cultivate focus, others cultivate chaos. You are not obligated to share your environment with anyone who refuses to honor your assignment. And for some, this is going to be harder than others, but it still pertains to you. This is not causing isolation. This is not you pulling away from people. This is you protecting yourself from what? From relational environments that do not promote or cultivate your focus. Oftentimes, thank you, Keisha, for sewing. Oftentimes, I find myself saying, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? And even I'll question myself, what are you doing here? Like, what is this about again? Like somewhere the focus is lost. So what are we doing, or what am I still doing here? Because your environment should work while you rest. Create a space that reminds you what matters, what you're building, why you are here, and who you are becoming. Let your environment mentor your attention. Write that in the chat. My environment should mentor my attention. There's a mentoring moment right there. When you wake up and see your goals, that's focus training. This is good because when I'm starting my focus lab this year for life coaching, I've named my coaching center Life Lab. And I have different labs like anger management lab, conflict resolution lab, codependency lab, things like that. So now I have my focus lab. And in my focus lab, one of the steps in the focus lab is going to be called focus training. And listen to the next one. When your workspace is ready before you are, that's momentum assistance. Isn't that good? So one of the stages in the Life Lab is going to be momentum training. When distractions are removed beforehand, that's mental freedom. Ooh, can you see it? Can you see it? When your workspace is ready before you are, that's momentum assistance. When you wake up and see your goals, that's focus training. When your distractions are removed beforehand, that's mental freedom. Your environment should say, success is the easiest option here. There should now be what should now be happening with you at day 16, chapter 12. What should be happening with you now is that instead of the construction being uncomfortable to you, what should be uncomfortable to you is staying in destruction, not the construction, because you've been building something for 16 nights. And we talked about how this was discomfort. We did this chapter on day 2, I believe it was. So there was a huge discomfort with the construction that we were going under. But now that we're in day 16 in chapter 12, we're doing our midterms tonight. We should actually feel the discomfort of deconstruction when the place is a mess, when you're not meeting the goals, when you've been on here every night. And I'm glad if you're enjoying the company and you're enjoying the movement in the group. That's important to you as well. For some of you, that may be all you can commit to. And by all means, stay. Do not leave. This is a great first step for you. A lot of us started out that way 10 seasons ago. So don't worry if you feel like we go too fast, things are flying. This is why I went from reading others' books and teaching on them in a revelatory way to the Holy Spirit finally teaching me how to write and the order to write these things. And he gave me the easiest way. When you write a sermon or you write a paper, expand it and amplify it into a book. And then it just started going like that for me. Your environment should say success is the easiest option here. This construction has been uncomfortable, but we know that we are not where we were 16 days ago. Is there anyone here that can say that? I am not where I was 16 days ago. Discomfort comes with change because change is unfamiliar. Change is exposing. Change can be too much. And change makes some people feel as though you are rejecting an old version of yourself. That's good. I see it. Type it if you mean it. I'm not where I was 16 days ago. I'm not done yet, but we're at midterms. I don't expect you to have it all together. I expect to see the work that you have learned in these days is showing up on these midterms. That's all. You went through a lot of unfamiliarity, a lot of exposure in here every night, feeling like it was too much. We haven't even reached over 100. We're only at 83 on all platforms tonight. A lot of people have felt that it's too much. And what did they do? They gave up on themselves again. And that's a hard, hard task. And oftentimes you feel like you're rejecting an old version of you. You know what I learned is another one that's big when the environment feels like you're rejecting something. I've learned that when you're in construction in your life, sometimes it feels uncomfortable. Get ready now. I don't know who else this is for, but sometimes it feels uncomfortable because that change is a sign that you're moving on. That change is a sign that you're moving forward, which means you're moving beyond and past some people that you hold dear to you or even in your heart. They may not even be alive anymore. So we keep the living room the way the living room looks because when they were alive, this is where we used to sit. This is, thank you, Dolores. This is where a lot of our memories were. I don't want to get rid of this bedroom set because this is where Fred and I spent the best 30 years of our lives together. I don't want to get rid of this because this curio cabinet was my mother's and it meant so much to her that if I declutter this and I decide that I don't want to keep this here and that I want to pass this on to another member of the family or I don't want it anymore, will that mean that I am rejecting the part of my life that I held dear in the old season? So think about the grief. Let me expose the grief that you may be feeling in this change right now. That's what New Year's does to me every year. New Year's Eve, I don't think anybody knows this about me, is the hardest holiday for me. Because every New Year's Eve, I think of all the people who are not crossing into the new year with me that have been a part of my life. And if it wasn't for the church, I would exit out completely of every New Year's Eve. I would be in bed before the ball drop. I'd be in bed by 10 o'clock. No parties, no dinners, nothing. Because that's what it does to me. And it's not a depression, it's a grieving. And if I ignored the grieving of that loss all year, because I know how to work through my stuff. Anybody else know how to work? You got the workaholic, you work through your pain. Come on, the eataholic, you eat through your pain. The shopaholic, you shop through your pain. So Christmas doesn't bother me. Trick or treat, Halloween, Thanksgiving, none of those. I can spend those holidays alone and just be fine. But New Year's Eve, that's the hardest one. Come on, Leah. Wow. I never knew that about you. And I know you never knew this about me. So when we're in construction, keep in mind that it may be you, it may be for someone else, but oftentimes change is hard because it means I'm leaving this person behind. I'm leaving this special time in my life behind. I am becoming a new person, evolving into something new, which is totally going to disconnect me from that place. And it's scary, and I may choose not to do it. Wow, Apostle. I felt like that this year. Oh my God. I'm so sorry, Renee. She lost a niece in August and she felt like she was leaving her niece. Yeah. So think about how heavy that is. Is anybody feeling that in their body anywhere? Because the person may not have to have been passed on. They may be still alive. But this change is proof that life is going on without them. And I want to go on. I want to be a part of this. I want to make the change. I want to be a part of the construction. I'm willing to embrace the unfamiliar. I'm willing to be exposed. I'm willing to go against the feeling that my mind may be telling me this is too much, but rejecting the memory of what once was and what never will be again is just too hard. And that is frightening as HE double hockey sticks. I don't want to give up on the fact that I may never have that relationship with my mother again if I move from this place. I don't want to take a chance of losing this connection with my child if I change my home location or if I move to another state. This construction is too hard for me because it's not attached to anything materially. It's attached to a memory. But whatever that feeling is, whether you're feeling unfamiliar, whether you're feeling exposed or you're feeling like it's too much or that you're rejecting an old version of yourself, or even that you just tonight became aware that a lot of the delay in the construction or the delay in the change has been because you've been attached to a memory of what could have been or what was, and guilt is connected to it, or you feel like you just need this part of them to remain in your life. Good. You need to feel that because that's the root of your work. That's exactly my point, Janae. That's exactly my point right there. Good, because we are aware of it. Discomfort is the sound of growth happening. What do you think about that statement? That's a major statement I penned in here. Discomfort is the sound of growth happening. Every time you remove something that no longer represents your future, you are telling your brain, we don't live there anymore. Wow, Carmen Crespo. I would love to talk to you about it sometime. I didn't know that about you either. That's right, Lydia. She said guilt. Noemi said guilt. Grief and guilt. Ebony, right, guilt. Guilt is another workshop we got to do after grief. Yes, Constance, you get that. That's a powerful statement. Powerful statement. Did y'all hear what I said? Discomfort is the sound of growth happening. Teach your mind how to stay. because the discomfort that you feel in your growth, in your environment, isn't always a sign that it's time to go. Sometimes the discomfort that you're feeling is it's a time to sit in it. Growth is happening here. Every time you remove something that no longer represents your future, you are telling your brain, we don't live here anymore. And that can hurt. This is a warning for your next level. And then for those that are still around you, the people environment, there's a people warning. We're going to put this side effect on the bottom of your prescription bottle that we're taking tonight called focus. And here's your side effect. Are you ready? You got to know the side effects before you take the drug. You got to know the side effect before you take the program. People who benefited from your accessibility will question your boundaries now. They'll attack your church. They'll attack your God. They'll attack your spouse. They'll attack your promotion. They'll attack your elevation. They will attack your focus because they benefited from your accessibility. So they're going to question you. And if you have any questions, but any doubt between you and God, any doubt with your leader, any doubt with your church, if you have any doubt in your marriage, any doubt in your relationships, any doubt in your choices, just their question alone is going to cause you to question whether you're doing the right thing or not. You know why? Because that's all the devil did to Eve in the garden. Did God say? Discomfort is a sign of growth. Come on, Elder Manny. He just sowed a seed. Growth is happening here. Watch out for people who question when you're making decisions and new changes for yourself. They're questioning it because they know that they're losing the benefit of your old way. They're losing the accessibility that they had to you. And if that change is happening to you, then it's going to affect something with me. And I'm afraid. So I need to make you afraid. So you stay exactly where you are. And this could be as close as anybody you think. It could be a parent. It could be a spouse. It could be your children. It could be your mother running your life. Doesn't want you to ever leave the state because they don't know how to live themselves without you. They don't spend no time with you. They don't really have no plans for you. But when they need you to be there. And they will withhold your choices to live and to explore. And, they don't want you to have any girlfriends. I had a friend before. Her mother took all her friends from her. She had no boundaries with her daughter. All her daughter's friends ended up becoming her mother's friends. Her mother was booking spa nights with her friends and didn't invite the daughter. No boundaries in that relationship. And of course, here I come, that confrontational one. I was like, this is not good. This is not good. Your mother befriends all your friends. She calls me every day. She invites me to dinner. She cooks, invites me over her house. Like, your mom is so cool. I really love your mom. But our relationship with your mom and my relationship with you, two different relationships. I'll go over your mom's house and eat with her and chill with her, but she's not my girlfriend. You are. There was no boundaries in that relationship. So her mom had a problem when she started confronting some of these situations with her mom. Like, Mom, stop calling on my friends. Stop, making plans with my friends. Like, what's up with that? So her mother was like, what's going on with you? Things are changing with you. Well, when you meet the change agent, keep people away from me. I ain't afraid to say it. I am the change agent. Your life is going to change when you get around me. And you can take that any way you want to take it. But I'm telling you, there's going to be a change. And because I'm serving the Lord, there's going to be a godly change in your life. And people will attack the change in your life. And sometimes they'll attack the person or the event or the situation or the God that they think is bringing about this change. They're going to call you selfish. You know why? Because they're being selfish. That's the t-shirt. I'm going to make that t-shirt. Growth is happening here. They benefited from your accessibility. And now if you have any doubt anywhere in your life, when they bring that question to you, the enemy just brought a question to Eve. You can tell Eve doubted. And because Eve doubted, all of heaven and earth has been changed forever. You have to be sure that you're sure. And if you're not sure that you're sure, don't let them know it. You go home and you talk to God. You go home and you talk to your leader, your mentor, your coach, your therapist, your pastor, whoever you have. You go home and talk to them and say, I've never doubted my relationship with God. I never doubted my relationship with the church. I've never doubted my relationship with you. But, I had a conversation with my best friend. I had a conversation with somebody and they said a couple things. And I want to know why what they said, it's affecting me. Have that conversation so that seed can be pulled out immediately. Because what did we say here a couple pages ago? I'm probably going to lose it right now, but it was a good statement right here. You have to pull that seed out immediately because it will grow. I know I highlighted it in my paper copy. Be very careful when you are under construction, who you have around you. You owe your focus a space that protects your construction. You owe your focus a space that protects your growth. Your environment is not built for anybody's convenience. It's built for your calling. This is what I wanted to say about those people. Everything around you is either a distraction or a direction. Which one are they? I've seen many people get lost and distracted because others didn't want to see their growth. Some didn't want to see them getting close to me. So they would throw dirt to pull them away because they couldn't get the relationship with me as a friend or a leader or as a mentor that they wanted. Everything around you is either a distraction or a direction. This is the season where you make distraction uncomfortable and focus inevitable. When your environment aligns with your identity, your future becomes unavoidable. You are building a focus fortress. Come on, type that in the chat. We've got to go. You are building a focus fortress, and the gates will only open to purpose. Welcome to your new space. Your mind will thank you, and your destiny will reward you. Do your work. I wanted some time tonight to do these reflection exercises, but if you are a member, if you are a subscribed member, you will get a link and we're going to get into a private one. We're going to end this live and we're going to get into a private room for a minute. I'll answer questions. We'll talk about these focus exercises together. We won't have to be on long, but if you're interested in a few more minutes, Ebony is going to send out a link. You're going to put it where, Ebony? You're going to post it up here so they can see it. Will they see it on here or will you post it on YouTube? It'll be live on YouTube. If you are already a member, you can go to YouTube and you'll see a members only picture. Click on it. You can get in. If you're not a member, go to YouTube and membership options are at the bottom. Somewhere I think a little is 99 cents. But if you are a member, come on in. Let's talk about some of these reflection exercises. Share your testimony with me on these 3 environments that we need to work on. I want to hear about your construction. I want to hear about your physical environment, your digital environment, your relational environment. All right. That's all we can do on tonight. God bless you. Thank you for really putting your all and your best into this focus fortress that we're building here. And I wish above all things that you prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prospers. God bless you and good night.